Today we are going to make a super textured 3D toucan piece using some wonderful techniques. We'll use inks, paste, real leaves and more so you can level up your art skills. Stick around until the end to see the final result. I hope you're good and ready to create with me. Now, first of all, thank you so much for your lovely comments and all the messages regarding my latest videos. I absolutely love reading them. I do apologize because of my other job. I don't always have time to answer them, but I do read them and they really warm my heart. Thank you so much. Now today, something different on a bigger canvas, slightly bigger canvas, 42 centimeters long and 30 across, which is in inches, 11.8 by 16.5. The last creature I made was a macaw parrot. I don't know if you watched this one. I absolutely love the leaves in the background. But I do want to create another creature from the Amazon jungle using more texture. So let's do it. I started sketching my creature. Now you know what I'm making. For reasons unknown, I always have an animal and then I realized I don't have enough paper. It doesn't matter. Is my baking paper parchment paper? Well, I suppose so. It's the regular paper you put in your oven when you're baking something. So yes, it's called parchment paper. You can use tracing paper, but not everybody's got tracing paper. And this is way cheaper. I'm going over with a soft pencil. I want to make sure the lines are dark and it's going to be, yes, facing the other way. I've decided I want him here. If I rub it, I'll get the lines transferred. I don't need anything else. I'm going to apply the pastes and heavy gesso and maybe some texture. So I wanted to know which area not to cross because obviously I don't want some 3D elements on my bird because it's going to be very difficult later on to apply. I'm looking through my stash. Oh, I know this is something you love the most, but I may not use it all the time. I might try something else. Oh, this is promising. Oh, I love this. Could cut strips of that. I did not wear this dress, no, not my style. My favorite heavy gesso. You know I'm genuine because I'm not sponsored, but I wish I were sponsored, but I'm not. Honestly, love the product. That's it. I much prefer to texture paste. It's thicker. I can't help putting a little bit here. I want it thinner. You need to have enough to actually cover that. They have some unruly bits that need quite a lot of texture. So we can only imagine that maybe some lianas, maybe some poison ivy or something is on the left here. Oh, I've got a really funny one here that looks like, yeah, as if a flower was actually hanging over his head. That's it. I'm trying to smooth out those edges because I stretched it so much. I can imagine they're like little flowers growing on those vines or whatever they are. Nice and dry. You can see I didn't cover it that much actually. I'll trim those, of course. Maybe I'll do it now so it doesn't obstruct my brush. I am into some turquoises, blues, cream, something like that. You know how I like mixing my cream, white with gold. According to me, the best way of making a very pleasant cream. See? Nice. Even if I cover the bird a little bit, as long as I see the lines, that's going to be fine. Turquoise green, Prussian blue. It's going to change, basically building up layers. And this is the stage I really enjoy. It's fun. They are very vibrant, those colors. So I am going to add a little bit of gray. I want it more subtle. Got quite a big brush because I want to get into all those crevices in my 3D elements. I'm introducing some green, really vibrant green here in some places. By the way, I completely ignored the branch for now, but I'm still planning it. I would love to see them in real life, such magnificent colourful birds. It always looks nice when we add some darker colour as well. And I'm going to add a bit of black here. I'm still keeping within the colour palette, so very, very dark teal with black in it. A little bit here though. Rubbings are also a fantastic way to create layers and depth. I thought let's spice it up a little bit at 1 AM. We've got dark green, these are alcohol inks, and black. Put them together. Oh, that's so dark. Oh, I can see a little bit more green here. Look at those. We'll leave those marks. Still pretty. Look at that. I do like it. I'll get it dry and I will revisit those two corners. Instead of green, it turned blue. It's all dry. Partially a little bit too monotone for my liking, so I've got yellow and white, introducing some light. A bit of a mist. That's probably what I prefer. You see now it's not really blending with the color underneath, because of course the color underneath is dry, therefore I can apply whatever I want on top. I did see a painting some time ago, of all places, I think it was Timo, with this color scheme for the background and the toucans, so that was my first inspiration, but then of course I wanted to make it my own. This is what I've got. But this green is absolutely too crazy. I added some turquoise. I like them thin and with very nice and visible marks, so that's why I picked those. I'm concerned that it's still going to be too crazy. Okay, I'll try it out. Just in between. Not happy. No, I'm not happy with this color. Sorry. Let's go for something with yellow. See if I like that. Okay. And let's press it down better. It should be looking better. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, now I'm liking it. I'll probably need a few more, definitely. That's fine, even though it's not that visible. That's all right with me. That works so much better. Ta-da! A little bit more faded. Now the whole composition will make much more sense if I use some of the green here, the light green, and retouch my, what's called floral elements, because they obviously part of the jungle, and even here. Do you know what I can't resist? Some nice splashes. Yeah. Done. Ready for Toucan. I want to say Salamanca.
Toucan Salamanca.
Now this is the time to check if I've got everything in the right place. And yes, I didn't draw any detail, as you remember. I'm going to go over again. Okay, so I have a little bit of leftover paste. I'm going to use what I have and then I'll mix some more. So you see what I'm mixing. This is wall putty and heavy gesso. Trying to unblock the nozzle, because if you keep it for longer, that's definitely the case. Did you see how hard I was trying to get the right angle? I am going to fill it up and it's going to be pretty thick. I watered my brush ever so slightly. Now keep spreading till it's nice and smooth. This part here is going to be black later on. I just realized I forgot this part. I'll start from here. Oh no. You know, I had it drawn, everything was fine, and I kind of forgotten about it. Oh. Does anybody feel like you want to try toucan? Well, thank you so much for all the pictures you've been sending me with your pieces. Absolutely fabulous. I'm so impressed. I'm actually speechless. There are some of you who basically make almost every single piece that I've made. A huge, huge thank you. If posting on social media, you credit me as a source of inspiration. That really, really is a wonderful thing to do. Now I've got the thinner tube. I ran out of the paste. And I'm going to go around the eye. So that's the outer rim, like a swollen eyelid. Oh. Well, it's kind of unusual for me not to finish straight away here, but I think it's going to be way easier adding the middle of the eye later. I do have a very small tube, so I'm going to attempt talons, the claws, fingers, and I might even do the branch. Now, you know what? I do have the leftover brown paste. I'm thinking, why did I use brown? I believe that this was a Japanese cherry blossom branch with a very, very cute little birdie on it. I'll check. If that's the one, I'm going to show it to you here. Much smoother than the white one. Fantastic. I'm so happy I have it. By the time I finish the branch, I believe I'll be able to proceed with the tummy and the rest of the bird. I'm going to make the eyebrow. So I've got this nice paste, runs very smoothly. Fill the eye socket. Have a look. This is the all-purpose filler, or wall putty, however you want to call it. I usually add heavy gesso. However, today I am going to add modeling paste. There's not much left, so I'm going to utilize the whole thing. Probably a bit more wall putty than the modeling paste, if you don't want it too runny. When you use it, you decide what suits you best. And I am making another tube. Let's see how I'm doing it. This is cellophane, regular cellophane. And now sellotape. I do have piping bags that I bought, but they're so massive. I like my own. I like making everything my own. Feels like melting ice cream, I would say. I am very thankful for your suggestions. So if there's something that you would like me to make, please send me a message. I can't promise I'll make it straight away, but I put it on my list. Let me test it now. Oh, so that's perfection. I somehow lost his little bib, and I am ready to apply it. The last part tonight, the wing. Fill it up a little bit thicker than the tummy. Tap, 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 and spread it. I like making birds. I have to think of an animal. I'm an animal lover, like big time. I do like I just love nature. Animals, number one. Plants as well. Yes, flowers. I love flowers, plants. That reminds me, I was actually asked to make a dog a couple of times, and I still haven't. I love dogs. Couple of marks here. Darkening even more in some places. Very gently. Little strips of yellow are to imitate the sunlight. I think we are ready. One thing I am going to tweak, and that's for sure, is the leaves. What do we have? Deep yellow, maybe a little bit too deep. I do have some white here. I'm looking at images of the real deal. Some of the beaks are more orange, some of them are a little bit more yellow. It's incredible that a bird can have a beak like this, so vibrant. Absolutely incredible. I added vermilion, which is warm red. Strangely enough, there's a ridge on top of the beak that's the same color as the bottom. Now I'm thinking maybe it should have been a bit thicker. Now this intriguing part. It's actually pretty big. It's like a petal shape. I don't know what's more amazing. this creature or the macaw I made. Oh, by the way, they would look awesome together, wouldn't they? The parrot was made using glue gun because I do like changing my techniques. I find it very amusing, this tip of the beak. What a pity they don't fly around here. In London we do have parakeets. That's the only type of parrot we do have. This part is black. The rest of the body, except for this neck area, is going to be basically black with a little bit of brown here maybe. But I found a perfect color actually, not using Mars black, but this is Payne's grey. So this is a beautiful, almost black color with a hint of blue. And honestly, I think that this is perfect. I might even go further and add a bit of white to it. It's really, I won't be adding much to enhance the feathers because they're very smooth. I think they're too blue. I need grey without the blue this time. So everything is going to be too blue. Feet are interesting. They've got those kind of stripes. That leaves me with this part. There are apparently around 40 different types of toucan birds. This one will have a little bit of yellow here and then some orange around the eye. I think I've got two perfect colors, ultramarine and electric blue. I know there's brown there, so this will probably require 2 coats. I should leave it to dry because I want some nice coverage. I think the color is right. Am I? Oh yeah, that's actually a very good color to add here as well. Black pupil. Okay, I'll leave it. Once it's dry, I'm going to add a little white dot. Light is coming from the top, so of course the branch has to be darker underneath. When you mix browns with white, I'm using Wedgwood. First make a line here. I don't want to do it all in white. And now a little white blob. You know, I called mine Toucan, but the actual name, I'm not going to repeat it in Latin. This toucan is actually this particular toucan with this mark here and the blue eyes called Toucan. This part is usually white. There will be obviously some shadow here. It's not going to be like snow white. So I am using titanium buff. I've noticed something super interesting on one of the pictures, that they actually have some red here on the underbelly, which I think makes them even more absolutely amazing. The last thing concerning him is they do have some, I don't know if they are cracks or something. Finally, the leaves. I do have one insane green that might look just the right place because of a tropical forest vibes. Brilliant yellow green. I think if I add this craziness to some of the leaves here, oh, they do stand out, don't they? Following my tutorial, somebody painted one of the, I'll call them the 3D creatures with paste and the textured background. How long did it take you? I am really curious. Could you please share with us in the comments if you did? I know many of you try. I would really like to know time-wise, how long does it take you? Because sometimes I think it takes me way too long. I'm very much a detail person. I like coming back and fixing forever, which my own detriment sometimes. Adding a little bit of yellow here might be the right choice because we've got those leaves that are lit by sunshine. Well, there we are. If you like Toucan, and please let me know in the comments below. If you want to learn more and watch longer versions of my tutorials, then check out my Patreon. And you can find my original art for sale on my website, abcreativeofficial.com. Although orders won't be shipped until late August while I'm on holiday. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week. Bye bye.